All right, Coach, I'm going to have you just start out, introduce everybody you brought with you, and then just kind of give us your elevator pitch. What can we expect out of the defending champs this year? Oh, you need to grab your mic and make sure it's on. Flip that up. There you go.
Next to me is Jack Tellifer, senior, Skyler Licklighter, senior, Ava Morial, senior, and Kyle Zigman, senior. My elevator pitch would be tried and true in 22. That's our goal this year. We're trying to get back to where we were last year, which our ultimate goal is state.
Had a couple guys down there. Was it the relay team and Casey on the girls' side?
And Madison Stepanek.
And Madison throwing, right. Oh, yeah, I should have known. She was on the cover of the preview, the graphic I created. So, okay, so you've got a lot of talent coming back, and I assume some new faces as well?
Yes, we have a strong senior presence this year, and we have some newcomers that we're looking to be hopefuls to help fill some voids from that missing senior class.
Obviously, you bring back your seniors here and, the other kids that were down at state. You lose Madison, but so you're bringing back a ton of talent, and that's gonna help. So I've got to imagine your expectations aren't any less than they were last year, and they've got to be a little bit higher, in fact.
Absolutely, but we have a major goal to keep everybody healthy to get to that level. So we're being realistic in an approach that, we want to keep these guys healthy as we're competing, getting stronger, getting that base that we need, but then when it's go time, then we go.
Before I talk to your superstar seniors over here, any new faces you're really excited about, or anybody that's kind of impressed you in the preseason that maybe has shown some strides from last year?
I'm excited about a huge group of people actually. A couple that come to mind right now would be Grace Tellifer on the girls' side. She's a junior coming out for the first time, doesn't have a lot of background in running. She's actually a state volleyball player,
Yep.
But we're excited to see what she does for us this year. Also, we have a lot of depth with the speed. We have a lot of who else would Owen Samansky, CJ Behanabeck, both throwers. Yeah. I'm going to stop there.
All right. Jack, I'm going to pass it over to you. And I know you were one of the guys that made it down to state last year, so I'm assuming you want to make it back there. But go ahead and just tell us what events you're going to compete in this year, and then what kind of goals do you have for this senior year?
Yeah, so I'm in the 200-meter dash, the 4x1, the 4x2, and the 4x4. Obviously, the goal is to get back down to state. It was a lot of fun last year being down there competing against some really good athletes. Takes a lot of work to get back down there, though, so we just have to start new. Last year was great, but it's a brand new year, so we have to work just as hard to get back down there.
What have you done to kind of improve upon your performance from last year?
I think more just being a leader this year, being a senior, trying to get the younger guys up to speed, just kind of show them what the standard is around here for our track program, make sure they're doing everything they're supposed to be doing, and that they're comfortable around us.
Do you have a favorite event?
I love the 4x2 and the 200. Those are probably my favorites.
And then just the relays, who are you teaming up with to compete in those relays? I know Kyle's in a couple of them with you, but who else?
Yeah, Kyle's in the 4x2, 4x4. Lucas Martinez, Emmett Stralka, Lena Jacek, Matt Wisniewski. Those are going to be some of the guys I'll be running with.
Outstanding. What kind of goals do you have individually and for your squad this year?
Individually, I want to advance, in the postseason to regionals and state and as many events as possible. But just have fun. It's my last year playing a high school sport. Just want to enjoy every second of it and make the most of it.
You mentioned fun. I don't think anything was more fun than going out and winning the was it the district title
District championship, boys and girls.
That was a lot of fun. So that was a good time. All right, Skyler, let's move on down to you. Go ahead and tell us what events you're going to compete in this year. I know you were a regional qualifier in a couple, right?
Yeah, so I think this year probably 100 hurdles, 300 hurdles, long jump, pole vault, 4x1 hopefully sometime this season. So, yeah.
Pole vault, is that new for you?
No,
I don't remember.
I've been pole vaulting for like 4 years.
You did it last year?
Yeah.
Okay, I just have a terrible memory. So I'm sure I have 8,000 photos of you, but okay. So what's your favorite?
I think hurdling's my favorite. I love 300s and 100s.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say they love the 300 hurdles. They do it, they like it,
Yeah.
but love it? That's crazy.
I don't know. Hurdling's just like past 2 years, just like I've really excelled in it. I've learned how to focus and get better each year. So
We were just talking about the fun of winning that district title, and I think one of the things was that just everybody seemed to like each other, and I think you guys, and it volleyball, football, basketball, I've seen it in all these other sports. You guys, your senior class, even the junior class, you guys just seem to get along really well. How much does that help the overall success of the athletic program here? Because every sport has had a lot of success.
yeah, we definitely bond like no other team I've ever been on. It really helps with relays, especially. Having that connection with your relay team is really important. But I feel, especially this year, the connection's there. Like, we're really excited. We're ready to go.
All right, and then just individual goals for you. What are you looking to close out your career with?
Hopefully states. I really want to go and compete down there. I was kind of upset about last year not going. I was almost there, but definitely that's my goal.
Outstanding. All right, Ava, go ahead and introduce your events. What are you competing in this year?
So this year I'll be in the 4x1 as well with Skyler, the 4x4 pole vault, and then the fourth event kind of changes, meet to meet, open 4x2, just kind of whatever.
Any favorite events? What do you like to compete in the most?
Definitely the 4x1 is my favorite. I love the relay, and that's kind of the best one, short and sweet.
And pole vault, how did you get into the pole vault? I always ask kids, like, I mean, pole vaulters they're just nuts. Do you agree, Kyle? I mean, they're nuts.
So I went out for track for the first time last year, and Skyler actually made me try it just randomly on the first day. And I was like, okay, it's not that bad. And the coaches were like, we think this could be something that you could be good at. So I just kind of stuck with it.
So just run full speed, stick this thing in the ground, hurl yourself through the air, upside down, and that's fun.
Yeah.
No, not for me. What kind of goals do you have for senior year?
Personally, state as well would be the end goal, but throughout the season I just want to enjoy it, kind of like Jack said, senior year, last high school sport, kind of just want to have fun and just be with all my best friends, best team, just kind of have fun.
I'm not sure that Independence has ever went back to back as district champs. So when you talk about a legacy, you guys have that. Is that a goal? Have you guys talked about that?
We haven't really spent much time talking about that, but obviously it would be amazing to do it again. I mean, that was such an incredible day, and everyone just performed so well, so that would definitely be a big success.
All right, let's go down to Kyle there. Kyle, 4 years ago, as a freshman football player, I saw you as an athlete for the first time, and now it's been 16 seasons later, something like that. How many varsity letters? It's
I think in total 11. 'Cause I didn't run track my freshman year. But other than that, I think I've lettered every other year.
And I've been covering high school sports for 23 years now, and I've come across a lot of great athletes, but I don't think any of them, I've seen state champion wrestlers, first team All-Ohio football players, but to do everything at such a high level that you do, it's really impressive, and I'm going to miss you when you're gone, so this is going to be kind of a bittersweet spring here just watching you compete for the last time, but it's been a lot of fun, and just to see you, basketball, you do your thing, you're an outstanding player there, same in football, and come to track, I always thought that track was just kind of your way to have fun, but you're really good at that too.
Yeah, thanks.
What events are you running this year? I know the 2 relays. What else?
Well, for me, like, they want me to kind of like based off of like every meet, just kind of like where we can get the most points off of like who's there. So like primarily I'll do high jump, the 4x1, 4x2, 4x4, and like the 400. Probably like a cycle of those 5 or 6, and I mean, I'm comfortable doing all. Doesn't really matter to me. But, yeah, I like who we have as in, like, our relays teams, and being an individual event, just kind of got to give it your all.
What was it like competing down at the state meet there? And just, I mean, you guys had a great season, and then just to see the teams that finished ahead of you, how fast they were.
Yeah. It was probably the most like nerve-wracking 48 hours I've been in like a sport that I've been a part of, because on qualifying day, Josh Bielitz was our 4-leg runner, and he's within like the last 10 meters, and he stumbles and he falls over the finish line for us to qualify at the next day. So, and we were in lane 8, and then me and Jack had probably like the best handoff we've ever had all year, and just getting like third in that, and then going and do my 400 and getting 6. Like, it's just like a feeling that you just like, I like accomplished something. Like, it's just a great feeling. Like, even being on that podium in 6, like, you're like just so proud of yourself and just like all the hard work that you put in.
And then just how are you going to define success for yourself and your team this year?
I mean, last year we didn't get to run at Jesse Owens, so I mean, I'm gonna start, I guess, telling people like, you got to run on the 9-lane track, because like that's not something you don't see throughout the whole year, and we didn't get to see it last year, and I know all 4 of us want to see it. Miss Crooks wants to see it, so that's our end goal, is to be at Jesse Owens.
And then lastly, a football question for you. You're playing in the North-South game, I hear?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Congrats on that.
Yeah, thank you.
What are you looking forward to about that?
Probably most looking forward just to seeing like how like well like everyone competes with each other. I mean, it's such a big event for all across Ohio, and so many great athletes are in it. And I mean, having Coach Adams there, being like a coach and like representing the school, it just puts like Independence on the map, which is like the ultimate goal for me.
I didn't know he was going down to coach, so appreciate it. All right, Coach, back to you. Just last comments here. How are you going to define success for your team? I mean, last year, it's hard to say, if we don't win a district title this year, it's disappointing. But at the same time, you did it last year. You returned this great core of kids. You've got to have pretty high expectations.
We do have high expectations. However, there's a realistic approach with this. Track's a puzzle piece. We're constantly moving around to see who fits in that mold. We want to see a repeat with the district meet, but that's not our end goal. Our end goal is to get kids to regionals. So if we don't win districts, I will be sad, but I want to get as many athletes out to the regional meet as possible. And really, like this group of seniors this year, across the board, they just it's been a fun run. I've been with them since they were in middle school, and it makes me actually like want to cry. So it's a special group, and it's going to be a fun season. So whoever said that in this group, it's going to be a fun season. I totally agree. So
outstanding. Well, I appreciate you guys coming out on a Sunday afternoon. Appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you. I think you guys start Tuesday?
Tuesday, home.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
As long as the snow is gone.
Away. Thanks, Steve.
All right. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Good luck to you guys. That was the Independence Blue Devils, the defending Chagrin Valley Conference and District Champion track team.